All right, now I have a little bit of a problem. This is my very final connection that I need to make, and that will be for this union. The problem is it is just continuously dripping. I can't get it to stop dripping. So there's a trick on how you can still solder it. You can't solder it if it's dripping. Don't try. Chances are you'll have a leak if you do that. So you've got to make sure that the pipe is dry. So here's the trick. What we're going to do is we're going to make a plug. So get a piece of cotton cloth, like this is a piece of old t-shirt. Make sure there are no threads hanging off of it, so clean up the edges. You have to make sure when you make your plug that there's no way that obviously that cloth is going to get stuck up in the pipe. You have to be able to get it out. So be careful how you do it. This is how I do it. All right, I start with a loop of the wire and I grab the cloth in the middle. Wrap the wires around each other loosely. We're going to push the plug up into the pipe so that it holds the water, and we're going to get that plug all the way up to about here so that this part will be dry. And then we'll sweat our fitting on, and then we'll pull that plug out. Then you're going to take something like this as a long screwdriver, and you're going to push it up into the pipe. All right, so push that plug up so that it's at least a couple of inches past where you're going to be soldering. And then we'll solder it, and then we'll just be able to pull that plug back out. This is the top of the union. I just use a tie wrap to keep it up and out of my way. Sometimes when you start putting heat onto these fittings, they expand a little bit and they'll fall off. So I push this all the way on, and I'm just going to take one piece of wire and I'm just going to bend it up a little bit, and that'll keep it up here while I make the joint. Okay, so I soldered the fitting on there, let it cool for a minute. Just make sure it's solid before you try to pull out that plug, because it'll pull that fitting off the end if it's not. All right, let's see. Hopefully the plug comes out. Here we go. All right, see. Moment of truth. All right, looks like it'll fit.